I don't want to ask, like, did you expect it to be that easy? Because I think that's disrespectful to you and what you did to get ready and
Yeah,
to Leon. But
yeah,
it was so dominant. It was so
yeah.
one sided. Was it even more so than you had thought?
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show like how good I really am, and then that's where I've been at now, like believing in my skills. And I knew from the first time I hit him with a foot trip, like I knew I was going to go out there, and I'm like, listen, even if I can't get this guy down, I was like, I'm going to make this a fight. I'm going to win no matter what. I'm going to do whatever I have to do. And I think he underestimated me a lot, thinking I was just going to come out there and try to grapple. Because I remember punching him right in his face right off the beginning, and he made a face. I'm like, yeah, like I'm not here just to hump your leg. And especially when I got him on the ground too, I was hitting him hard, and I just seen him diminish in front of me. And my coaches were telling me the whole time, go forward. They're like, well, I was looking at him in the corner. He already had his head down. We've seen him do that before. His coaches are trying to pull those bullshit speeches, and if it wasn't working, and I just knew I was going to break him. Leon, to be fair, he was kind of like I don't know what's his deal, but we did the first. I'm super respectful. My wife thinks she hates it. Like I'm hugging dudes at the weigh-ins, dapping them up. Like it is what it is to me. I can be your friend and go and try to kill you, but we did a face off at the O2, and it literally took 5 seconds. But like when we did it, we walked up to each other, and obviously, bro, I'm not 6 foot. I'm not 6'2". I'm 5'9". Like I've never been tall, but he walked up to me, and he said something. He was asking me about my height, and I was like, he was like, "How tall are you? 5'8", 5'9"?" Like he was being a dickhead. And I was like, I'm 5'9". And I was like, what are you? I was like, what are you, 6'2"? I was like, you got them. I was like, you got those big shoes on, like just making a joke of it. And then we faced off for legit 5 seconds. Walked off. I don't know if it's his manager, his brother, like, and him were like, oh, this is super awkward. Like they said some stupid ass. And me and my team looked at him like, yo, you're in London, like this is your fight week, like you're bitching about having to do some little ass media, like it just from that point from there on, I'm like, yo, I'm not touching this dude's hand. If he tries some stupid, because I seen him try stupid shit at the weigh-ins, I was like, I'm gonna give it right back to this motherfucker, and that's why at the weigh-ins, I didn't go like I always shake everyone's hand. I didn't touch his hand. I didn't have social media, so I didn't see his interviews, but I seen him like saying he walked up at the O2. He didn't know where I was at because I was so short. So I posted a picture of me on top of him, mauling him, like putting like just laughing. Like I'm respectful. Like GSP's my favorite fighter. Always respected guys, but when you're an like that, like don't like I can give it right back. So personally, Leon, him and his whole team, and that's how I feel about the whole situation.
Did he say anything to you after the fight?
And that made it even worse because I went up to him. I'm like, yo, man, like trying to, I'm like, you're a great champion, blah blah blah. He just like kind of like brushed me off. Like obviously he's upset, but even his whole team, like I try to like say what's up, and they were corny too. So it was just whack. My team, my coaches didn't even go over there. Like that, like we're not saying to these dudes. And then even before they raised my hand, I tried to like touch him behind Jason Herzog, and he's just salty. And then seeing all that he was saying about me throughout the week, I'm like, all right, I wish I was even meaner to this dude. And that's why like, I posted about the headshot dead and them not having guns in London, because now I'm going to make fun of you, and I'm going to poke at you because you're a asshole. So maybe Bilal was right about him. He's all butthurt about all kinds of shit. So I don't know.
Man, yeah, I saw that, and I was like, this is a different side of Sean.
Yeah,
We've not
yeah.
seen
Like
you this fired up.
I'm listen. Me, that's what we do. We roast each other. We make fun of each other. I'm like, if you wanted to do that, even because I've seen him put the gun to people's heads at weigh-ins. I was like, if he puts that stupid ass water pistol to my head at weigh-ins, I'm gonna slap the out of his hand. So I was ready for all of it, and that's why when we did the face off, I walked right up, and my nose was like on his lip, and then he wasn't looking at me. I'm like, you're not looking at me. I'm like, you're gonna be looking at me tomorrow. So hey, he's somewhere crying in London right now, and I'm back, happy man in Philly.
I thought it was interesting. It didn't seem like you felt like you needed to campaign or call out Bilal. It seems like you feel like the work has
Yeah,
proved its point.
yeah, yeah. If you see, and then if you go look at that, because people were asking me about that, they were asking me about the number one contender all week, and Leon's talking about it, and I'm like, I have to go fight Leon. Leon, and listen, whatever beef I have with Leon, he's an amazing fighter, and I took him so serious. You think I went to get head kicked like Kamaru did? Like, like that was a real possibility. Like he can do that to anybody. So I took him super serious. I wasn't looking past him at all. Wasn't thinking about Bilal. Wasn't thinking about number one contender. But now afterwards, if you see the way I did Leon, no one's beat him that way. No one's submitted him. No one's dominated him the way I did. Even when Bilal beat him, he lost a couple rounds. Leon took him down and had his back. So I did it better than anybody. Bilal said that he wrote the game, the blueprint. Like I did it better. I did it way better than him. And in 2022, good on Bilal. He got the best of me. But when we do fight, it's going to be a completely different story.
Who will your next opponent be against?
That's where it gets interesting. Could be me versus Shavkat because I don't know what they're going to do with him. Are they? You know how it is. They say you might fight for the belt next, but you never know. So I could see me and him number one contender, or the loser. Like if Bilal lost to Jack somehow, like I would love to fight him right then. If Bilal wins, I would love to fight him. But if they want me to fight for the belt, whoever wins, obviously I'm going to do that. But I don't think there's a need for me to take a back step. Like I seen someone tweeting about me and Usman. I'm like, that's the fight I did want. Now I just went and beat the guy who beat him twice and finished him. So I just set myself up great. Like, yeah, I'm in an amazing spot. So I'm not going to take any stupid fights. I think the UFC is probably very happy with me and what I did for them and going out there and taking this fight on short notice because there wasn't many other options. And yeah, so we'll see what happens.